This is Barry Canada from L3 Success and LunchtimeRecordings.com. I want to welcome you back to another episode. This is episode number 7. I hope that you find this episode and all the previous episodes beneficial and motivating and inspiring to you. Today, we're going to be talking about never give up, do not quit. Never give up, do not quit. Yesterday, we learned that just about everyone who is famous, failed at some point, prior to finding success. And that's the same thing, is that because, of this particular subject we're talking about today, by not quitting, they were able to achieve success. Today, I was watching Les Brown, one of his previous speaking events. And in that video, he was talking about the fight between Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. And some of you have been around as long as I have, remember that fight. And he talked about how, Buster Douglas, in the first fight when he fought against Mike Tyson, the guy had nothing to lose, right? His mother had just died. He had a series of events that had taken place in a short span of time. And so when he went in to fight Mike Tyson, he got knocked down the first time. He had all these things and reasons to want to get back up and fight again. And that's how he ended up winning the fight. Then Les Brown went on to talk about, in his second fight with Mike Tyson, he got knocked down. He was like, okay, I already have $24 million. It's guaranteed. I got nothing to fight for. I mean, why do I need to get up? And that's kind of the thing, right? Is that when you have everything to fight for, when you have something to gain, then, you understand that you have to get back up and get back into the fight. When there's nothing to gain, you can quit and just go about your business and it's done with. You don't have to worry about it anymore. When we look at this here, because this is something I'm not sure where I found this, but he talks about dream, the struggle, and then the victory. And that's kind of the order that it goes in. You have a dream, you have a vision, there's something that you want to achieve. You set your mind to it, you set the goals, you plan for it. As you're going through the actions, you're taking action and you're trying to reach that goal. You'll start to reach struggle. People start selling out on you. It'll start to get a little bit difficult. You'll start to, be in that situation where, you don't see any progress, right? You're trying to, if it's business, you're trying to get people to see what your opportunity is and they're not biting on it. You're making videos, they're not getting any type of engagement. There's all these things, right, that you have to contest with. That's the struggle. That's the time when most people quit. They hit those struggles. Some people quit, after the first little struggle that comes to them. A lot of folks, they hang in there and then they're defeated after several struggles or several events have taken place and have knocked them down. They quit. Okay. But if you get past that struggle, just like, 3 feet from gold, R.U. Darby's uncle, they were digging for gold and they were 3 feet short of the mark. He sold all of his equipment for $100 and the guy who bought the equipment from him went on and dug just a little bit deeper and found the largest gold vein in American history, 3 feet short of the mark. That's where you're at, between struggle and victory. Okay, you're right there. So don't give up. You have to find reasons to not give up. Okay, you have to have those reasons, those whys. Why are you doing this? I mean, why is this goal so important to you? Why are you trying to achieve it? For me, my own personal goals, right? A lot of it has to do with my family. I want to be able to give my family a better lifestyle than I've ever had. When I was a kid, I struggled. I lived in the projects. I went through some terrible things as a kid, some things that even my mother don't even know of today. And none of my family does either. Only a handful of people know one of the worst things that have ever happened to me. And I just don't share that. But I grew up and I went through some struggles and I've had some hard luck and I've had some bad things, happen to me, and for the most part, I quit, I gave up. I said, it's too hard. I can't do it. I can't achieve this. This guy's smarter than me. This guy over here, he sounds better than me. There's been many reasons why I just quit. I flat out just quit. And, and like I said, until the stroke came, I had no reasons to ever come back and do this stuff that I'm doing right now. I had no reasons to ever want to get on a video because I never liked it in the first place. If you look at, my pictures and everything from the past, I mean, you hardly find me in any pictures. You'll see my kids, you see my wife, they love taking pictures. It's just kind of funny that they're so opposite from me. I like to be, in the basement. I like being by myself. That's what I'm comfortable at. But I had to come out of the basement in order to fight for the things that I want for my family. Like I said, the family's at the top of that list of things that I want to accomplish. I want to be able to get back to the U.S. and I want to be able to be with my mother and my father, who are both in their 70s. And I want to be able to spend time with them. I want to be able to spend time with my brothers and sisters, who I haven't seen in about, 7 to 10 years, because that's how long I've been here in Korea. My way out of this is through what I'm doing right now. Because I have a great job. I have a really good job. It pays well. I have security, in what I do. When you work for the government, it's really hard to get fired. You just got to be a complete dirtbag, or you just, you buck the system enough and you're out of a position. But for the most part, I have a really good job. I retired from the military, so I have, a retirement pension as well. I'm making it. Okay. The thing with me is that, excuse me. The thing with me is that this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's not going to get me the lifestyle that I want to have for myself and for my family. It's not going to allow me to impact people the way I want to. It's not going to allow me to leave that legacy, that significance, in the world, which is basically what I want to do. I want to be able to impact the world. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to take care of my family and give them opportunities that I never had. I want to lessen the struggle that they have to go through. That's the reason why I'm here. That's the reason why now I have come back. It's like like the boxer coming back in the 10th round or whatever. I've bounced back up. I've come back, and I'm learning some things. I'm learning as I go. I got some great friends now, partners and mentors, coaches, and a lot of people who believe in me. And these are a lot of people who believe in me before I started believing in myself. As I continue to get those encouraging comments and things, it allows me to understand that, hey, this is worth it. It's worth going forward. It's worth the fight. It's worth all the struggle that I've been through. All these many years of struggle and the heartache I've been through to get to this point, it's all worth it, And I'm reminded, of the Bible, that God will never give you more than you can handle. I'm reminded of that each and every day as I pray and give thanks for the opportunity. That's the thing I always pray for. Thank you, God, for the opportunity to be able to speak to people, the opportunity to be here today, the opportunity for opportunities. And that's basically, all that I ever asked for was the opportunity to be able to do those things. And now I understand that by not quitting, or actually by quitting, it took me longer to get to this point that I'm at. But it also, allowed me to have those experiences. It allows me to really understand that, what I was going through. I know how to better handle those situations now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still get down on myself. I watch some of my videos and say, okay, I could have did better here. I do the all the time, or I say, a lot of times. And those are things that I recognize and I try to correct. But the fact is that I'm still going. I didn't stop at video number 1 or video number 2 or 3. We're at number 7 now. And then we're going to continue this up until a point that, I've said all that I need to say, that I've helped some people to understand, that I've achieved, that particular goal that I have set for this particular project, and that I've made an impact, and that's pretty much what I'm looking to achieve. And it's mind over matter. It's a mind over matter thing. It's what we say in the military all the time, is that it's mind over matter. When you're out there and you're doing that PT test, or when you're out there, doing weapons training or whatever it is, or negotiating the obstacle course. It's mind over matter. You can do it if you can convince your mind that you can, because anything that you believe you can do, you can absolutely do it. The other thing I put on here is that the best revenge in life is massive success. That's a Frank Sinatra quote. And the reason why I put that on there is because I have a lot of people that I thought would have my back. A lot of people that I thought would support me. And then, it turns out, when I needed them most, they turned their back on me. And that's we all have that. I don't want to be the type of person that don't believe in, revenge or anything. But I do believe that at some point, when I do get the kind of success that I believe I will have here shortly, I'll be able to have those people to come back, and then we'll be able to have a discussion, pretty much. But it's kind of hard when you have some of the people, the closest people to you, who don't believe in your vision or your dream. That hurts more than having someone that's outside of your little circle who doesn't believe in it. Because they don't know you, and they don't know how much it means to you. But when there's somebody who's right there, who knows exactly what you're trying to achieve, they know that you're trying hard to get there, and they just don't have your back. That's a feeling that's hard to deal with. But again, we'll all go through that. We'll all have those type of people. That's another saying in the Bible, that your brother or your sister, somebody is not going to be there for you when you need them to, and we understand that. I understand that. The last thing that I want to put out is that if there's ever anything that you should quit, it would be these things right here. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, wife, manservant, maidservant, his ox, his donkey, nor anything in thy neighbor's house. This is Barry Canada from L3 Success. Take care and God bless.